All right, today we're tackling two German words that look so similar, you'd swear they were twins. But trust me, if you get them wrong, you're going to find yourself in a pretty confusing, maybe even awkward conversation. So let's dive into a classic trap for anyone learning German. Zulässig versus zuverlässig.
You know, there's actually a German saying that just perfectly captures this whole problem. Fast gleich, ganz anders. It literally means almost the same, completely different. And that's exactly what these words are. They're what we call linguistic false friends, and I promise by the end of this, you'll be able to spot the difference every single time.
Okay, so here they are, side by side. I mean, look at them. They both kick off with zu. They've both got that Eikig at the end. It is so easy to see why people get these mixed up all the time. So let's break them down one by one and really get to the heart of what they mean.
All right, first up, let's tackle zulässig. The best way to think about this one? Just think rules, regulations, official stamps of approval. This is definitely the more formal, more official sounding of the two.
So when you look it up, the English definitions are super direct. Permitted, allowed, admissible. You can kind of see a pattern here, right? All these words are pointing to one central idea.
And that core idea? It's all about rules and legality. You should be asking yourself, is this thing sanctioned by some official body? Does it follow the law? If the answer is yes, well then it's zulässig.
Okay, let's look at a classic example that really hammers this home. You might hear someone say, das ist gesetzlich zulässig. Now, that word in the middle, gesetzlich, is the big clue. It means legally.
So the translation is super clean. That is legally permitted. It's all about whether something is okay in the eyes of the law. And here's the key. You would never use zulässig to describe a person's character. Okay? Got it? Good. Now, let's flip over and look at its tricky twin.
Okay, time to shift gears to our second word, zuverlässig. Now, if zulässig was the word of rules, I want you to think of zuverlässig as the word of, well, trust, of character.
And check out the English translations here. They tell a completely different story. We're talking reliable, dependable. All of a sudden, it's like we've left the courtroom and walked into the world of, human relationships and everyday expectations.
Yeah, zuverlässig is all about things, but usually it's about people that you can count on. You know, that friend who's always on time, or a car that actually starts every single morning, or a source of info that's always spot on. That's zuverlässig.
And just notice how different the example sentence is here. Ist sehr zuverlässig. See? No laws, no rules. We're clearly talking about a person.
The translation couldn't be simpler. He is very reliable. You're talking about his character, right? His dependability. You're basically saying, hey, I can trust this guy to do what he says he's going to do. And that has absolutely nothing to do with laws or regulations.
Okay, so we've met them individually. Now it's time for the main event. Let's put them in the ring together for a final side-by-side showdown. I think this is where it's all going to click into place for you.
This little table right here just makes the difference crystal clear. Let's just walk through it. For meaning, you've got permitted versus reliable. For context, it's rules and legality versus trust and people. And the examples nail it. Something is legally zulässig, but a person is zuverlässig. I mean, even though they look alike, they operate in completely separate worlds.
So, this is the real test, isn't it? I mean, understanding the theory is one thing, but what actually happens if you mix these up in a real, live conversation?
Okay, let's play out a little scenario. Picture this. You want to compliment your colleague because they're always on time. You want to praise their dependability. But, oops, you have a little brain fart and you say they are gesetzlich zulässig. You've just called them legally permissible. I mean, it's not exactly an insult, but it is super strange and definitely not the glowing compliment you are going for.
So to make sure that awkward little moment never ever happens to you, let's lock in the difference with one final memory trick. This is the ultimate takeaway.
Here it is, your mental shortcut. For zulässig, I want you to think of the word law. Is it permitted by the law or the rules? Simple. For zuverlässig, think loyalty. Is this a person whose loyalty you can trust? So just remember, law versus loyalty. That's it. A super simple trick to keep them straight forever.
And there you have it. That's the crucial difference between zulässig and zuverlässig.
See? Precision in language really matters, and now you've got the tool to get this one right every single time. So, I'll leave you with one last question to think about. What other false friends in whatever language you're learning have totally tripped you up?